approximately 8:35 at night on Saturday night, and I don't have the luxury of knowing where stuff is going because I don't have my other monitor right now. What I'm doing is I just swapped out. I took an old graphics card, GPU, whatever you want to call it, and I put it in my new build. It's an R7-200 Radeon. They're rather old, but I'm really liking the numbers I'm seeing. My memory's sitting at 9%. My CPU usage is sitting at 3%. And again, I don't have anything running. I just got a single tab. Oh, there was a feedback. I don't know where that came from. So I'm just waiting to see if anyone joins me here in chat or in the stream, and then I'm going to run a real quick test. And the test won't take 5 minutes to run, but we will see. I don't know if I'm coming over the. I don't know if this is working or not, to be quite honest. I can see my picture. I mean, I can see my up here in the camera. I can see that that's working. But without anybody joining me here, then I don't know what's going on. There's another feedback chirp there. I don't know where that's from, unless that's picking up my fans, and not my fans from the CPU, but my fan on the floor. I don't know. So from time to time I'm going to jump over here and look. That looks really good. I'm just really hoping that I get someone to join me. Let me send a quick email out real quick like. Yep, got a chirp. Have to figure out where that's at, what that is. So just send a quick email out, and I have to just bounce back and forth over to here. Man, I really didn't. I don't like the fact that I don't have my other monitor to my left. Interesting. But the numbers are looking real good. 3%, 8%. Just, man, there's that chirp again. What is that coming from? That sounds like almost like a battery chirp. But I don't have anything. That's going to drive me up a wall. Okay. Blackwatch is here. Can you hear me okay? Because I don't have a means of monitoring this right now, because I've obviously got the other machine disabled. I'm gonna wait and acknowledge, or wait for your acknowledgement that you can hear me. Guess I could come down here and send a message, huh? There's that chirp. There's that chirp. I don't know what that chirp's from. I got everything plugged in. Okay, so the audio and video is working good. I can see the video. Put my hand up here and wave. That's kind of slow. Okay, great. So here's what we're looking at. Here's what I'm looking at. Blackwatch, if you'll tell me when you see the little box that shows my CPU, my memory, blah, blah, blah pop up, let me know and I will continue. Now, what's that chirp from? Got to be feedback from something. Okay, do you hear the chirp every now and then? Or what I call a chirp? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to temporarily not see you in chat. I'll come back and check it. So I'm going to minimize that. We'll get this out of the way. I'm going to leave this about right where it's at. That seems to be a pretty good spot. So I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to fire up DaVinci Resolve, and I'll adjust it so I can see the numbers. So firing up DaVinci Resolve right now. There's the chirp. Man, what is that from? That's weird. So The CPU jumped up to 15% when it fired up, dropped right back down to 3%, and the graphics card, or the memory, I don't think I can see my graphics card, can I? Is that possible even? Oh yeah, there's my graphics card. Well, it's chugging along. 18%. So I'm going to fire up the same video that I've been using. I hopefully get it right. There's that chirp. That chirp's going to drive me up a wall. So before I go on, I'm going to go over here. You're it, brother. There is no GW, no TW. Yeah, there'll be. Yeah, you hear the chirp. Right. Now I do too, but I've never heard that chirp until I switched this over. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and keep going here. And I'm going to fire this up. I'm going to bring my numbers back up. And 13% CPU usage, 8 on the memory, or 13 on the memory, so that's 13 is cool. And the GPU is running at 7. So I'm going to bring this back over here. It's not fully loaded in yet either. So that kind of makes sense. It'll load in. There we go. There it is. So that loaded in a whole lot quicker than before. GPU or CPU dropped down to 8%, memory's at 14%, and my graphics card's at 8%. So, golly, geez, I wish I had a means of seeing this. I hate that chirp. So, from time to time, I'll jump back over here. But what I want to do now, I want to go grab an image. I'm going to import something real quick. Doesn't really even matter what it is. But I want it to be related to the theme. And then we're going to bring this back up. I'm going to bring this down into the timeline. So the CPU is working harder now, which that's kind of got me baffled, but it is what it is. There's my chirp, 13%. Memory's at 15%. The GPU failed to perform an imaging process because of an error. Okay, that's not shocking to me. I kind of expected there might be issues. So, do you see the error that the GPU failed to perform an image processing because of an error on the screen? And I hate not being able to see this. I'm telling you, this is killing me. So I'm going to click OK. And then it's going to jump me back to here. I'm going to see if it shows. Yeah, it's showing. The chirp's going to drive me up a wall. So CPU 14, memory 15, and GPU 9%. Okay, so now I'm going to make one quick little change on this. I'm not going to do a whole lot here. Not going to do a whole lot at all. That is bugging me. Alright, I'm going to leave that right there. Go back and look at my numbers. 5% CPU, 15% memory, and 19%. Yeah, so I'm going to get a graphics card. I mean, just based on what I'm seeing here. That thing's, what, 8, 9, 10 years old. I don't know what the chirp is. That's got me worried. Because I got everything plugged back in. Unless it's picking up feedback from the fans, because I don't have the side cover back on, which I seriously doubt that. And let's see here. Yeah, step on the cricket for daggone sure. So, yeah, I was kind of hoping someone else, maybe, I should have sent Doug a thing, let him join us too, if he would. I don't know if he would or not. But from what I'm seeing, oh man, that's bugging me. What is that chirp from? This is typical. I get up to see what the chirp's coming from, and now I don't get the chirp. As soon as I sit back down, it'll chirp. There it was. I didn't see where it was coming from, though. Or hear, not see. I didn't hear where it was coming from. I just wonder, because my power strip sitting on the register, that shouldn't do it. Oh God, I hope not. Bear with me a minute. I'm going to see if I can identify this. I realize no one likes to look at my shoulder. Could be worse. I apologize for the silence. I'm kind of waiting on a trip. There it was. I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, you know what? Oh gosh, don't tell me that this is. No, that can't be it. I'm pretty sure that's not it. But let me look. Yes, the card has a fan. I don't know if it's running or not. Let me see if I can solve the chirp issue first. Of course, this can't be it because it's not coming from this general area. I'll put my, yeah, the card has a fan. And I tried to clean the fan as best I could. It was kind of dusty. Okay, that actually sounded like that came from my old machine that's not even plugged in. So therefore it can't have a chirp. That sounded like more that was on the left-hand side of the room. It's the fan chirping? No. It didn't. That chirp's coming from the left. Let me turn my floor fan off. Okay, turned off my floor fan. Alright, so this isn't the issue. Last time I heard that chirp, yeah, that's clearly coming from the left-hand side of my setup. And it wasn't my floor fan because I obviously just shut my floor fan off. Let me get this back over here. Be right back. Oh, now it's coming from back over that way. A while ago it sounded like it's coming from. I'll resolve that problem probably when I put the graphics card back in the old machine and fire it up. Let's continue on with this little test here and go back to here. So CPU is 5%. I don't know if anyone can see this or not because I can't see it. My memory is 14%. The GPU is at 16% and it's running at 31 degrees. I was going to put my hand up in there. Yep, the fan's running. I just put my finger up on it. It's clearly running, so that's good. I don't know what this chirp is. This is my phone, which is not. That's weird. Okay, so now I'm going to slide this over a little bit, like that. There we go. I can see what well, no, I can't either. I'm going to render it, and I'm going to watch what happens when I render it real quick. So I'm going to save it. It's going to render. I'm going to go right back to here. CPU jumped to 8 or to 12, and now it's back down and went to 11. That should be the processor's 40, back down to 8, back down to 9. Got about an hour. Now that's terrible. If those are accurate numbers, it's showing 1 hour and 15 minutes. That is, yeah, I'll be there, babe. That is horrible because it takes about 6 or 7 minutes running it from the processor. The onboard video from the processor itself. So I'll bring this back, go back to here. I'll check it in a minute. If I missed anything. Yeah, I apologize. I went back and watched most of it. I didn't see comments, but my son was having some problems with the 3 kids, so he wanted me to help out calming them down, which I'm pretty sure I did. Just keeping them occupied is a big relief. And the one little guy, he don't want to get his diaper changed, so it's a major war. I'm just waiting on the chirp. Yeah, it's not going away. It might be the fan on that graphics card. That kind of came, but it didn't come out of the case. It was in between here and there. Oh, you know what? It might. No, it can't be that. I was going to say it might be my docking station, but that's not going to chirp. No way that's going to chirp. Alright, let me jump back over to here. Yeah, that's okay. So that's discouraging that I can process it faster with onboard graphics than I can with a graphics card. I would really have thought that this would have processed much quicker. Much quicker. Doggone it. This is bugging me. It's got a long ways to go. It'd be funny if it's an actual real cricket. That'd be hilarious. That sounded like that came from the left. It's just odd. I've never noticed it before. Let me see something over here. Now, as soon as I go over here, it'll come from the right. So what I will do, I'll be back live in a little while. What I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna keep the live stream running. Oh, it failed. It failed to do this. Why did it fall? Okay, so this is not good. It could be because the graphics card's old. Yeah, it's not there. Interesting. Very interesting. So I'm going to try it again. Quick export. Export. I'll just call it graphics card 1. Go to save. Now that's a little quicker. Now it jumped up to over an hour. So what I was going to do is I will 4 hours. Something's crazily wrong now. There's just no way. GPU or CPU 9%, memory is 17%, GPU is at 8%. But yet this is saying it's going to take 3 hours and some change to get done, which if it does, that's just horrible. I sure don't want to pull the HDMI card out of the graphics card while it's running and plug it into onboard graphics just to see what would happen. I don't want to do that. I know that. But my plan was, if it was going to take about an hour, is just to... I think it failed again. It doesn't look like it's running. No, it's still running. 2.5 hours to go. It's not rendering at all, though. So I'm going to cancel that. Maybe. Apparently I cannot cancel it. That's crazy. So OBS is using moderate power. Google Chrome's not using a whole lot. I'm going to fire DaVinci back up. I'll have to go check chat. Nah, that's going to bug me. Still black watch. I would say I doubt it too, but I don't know. But I'm going to fire it back up. I got 2 errors. So DaVinci Resolve, the power usage is saying very, well, it was very high on startup, but now it's very low. So I'm going to fire this back up, double click it, and let it get loaded in. Man, that chirping is just going to bug me. Maybe I've had that chirping all along, I just haven't ever noticed it. That'd be par for the course. Pretty sure it's not a live cricket. Alright, we're up and running. Check our numbers real quick. Performance. Yeah, I like that. 4% on processor, 14% on memory, 17% on graphics card. So I'm going to leave this running full screen. I'm going to try to render this again and see what happens. That's better. 47. No, see, man, I don't know. It just starts out at 23 minutes and then it jumps way up there. I don't know about that. Let's see what these look like. And yes, you hit the nail right on the head. My expectations of this are probably too high. And I'm going to have to learn to adjust them. And I'm not guessing, I'm pretty sure this little test is going to have me save my pennies for a while and get a decent little graphics card. And I'm thinking if I get one that's run from the power supply, that might be a little bit better. But I don't know. I don't know that much about them. I know this graphics card runs that other i7 just perfectly. I've had 2 monitors running out of the one graphics card with no issues whatsoever. Maybe I should try that. Maybe put Resolve on there and see what happens. But these numbers look good. I don't see no spikes there at all. And I don't see anything there. It's got two gigabyte of dedicated memory, and apparently it's not sharing the. Well, it says shared GPU memory usage 32 gigabyte, but there's nothing there. And I might need to configure it. I don't know. I might have to get a hold of Catherine and ask her, do I need to configure this somehow, because I don't know. So yes, showing an hour and 47 minutes. It just keeps going up. I bet it's going to fail again. It's not rendering. The render speed is 0 frames per second. So it's not rendering. It will error out here in a minute. There's no doubt in my mind. Being patient, nuns. Does DaVinci Code rescan hardware? I doubt it. Yeah, I don't think it's taken a lot actually. I mean, I plugged it right in and it came right up. The motherboard saw it right away. Oh, in fact, I want to read to you what it said, and this could be the issue. I don't know. So the first thing that pops up, it says the VGA card is not supported by UEFI driver. The next line says CSM compatibility support module settings have, and I think it's changed, have changed for better compatibility. For further adjustments, press F1 to enter BIOS or F2 to continue. I didn't go into BIOS because I don't know what I'd be changing. But it's not, the VGA card is not supported by UEFI driver. Does that mean I need to go get a new driver for the card? I will await your answer. Oh, shut up. There's probably 4 partitions in Windows 10 since I've installed it, a fresh install. How I can check? I can't. How do I check that with this running? Can I go to disk management and check that? Does that show partitions? Yeah. See, the GPU failed. I don't know if you can see it or not. It says the GPU failed to perform imaging processing because of an error. So that's twice I've gotten that error, and I called it correctly. So here's my, I guess it's 3. I thought it was 4. My 1 terabyte disk 0 has got 3. Let me jump back over here. Is UEFI installed? Yeah. I don't know. You know what? Let me go eat dinner because she yelled for dinner. Let me end this. I'm going to leave everything as it is. I'm going to leave the machine running. I don't think that's going to hurt anything. But obviously I've tried to render twice and gotten an error twice, so there's an issue. So I am going to shut down DaVinci Resolve. I don't need it running. You're going to be around in about an hour or so. Hey, Gary, you got here at the tail end, brother. I'm going to go eat dinner. I've tried to render, I put my graphics card out of my old machine into the new machine. I got an error message at the beginning. I'll read to you. It says, the VGA card is not supported by UEF driver. CSM compatibility support module settings have been changed for better compatibility. I was just asking Blackwatch if I need to go get a driver. I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I'm going to go eat dinner because she yelled at me 15 minutes ago. I'm going to go eat dinner. I will come back live and maybe I'll see if I can do, if I go into BIOS, I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know if there's a setting in BIOS that I need to change. Yeah, I will see. I don't think you guys can see it. Hold on, let me see something here. You should be seeing a big black screen right now. Yeah, hold on, this is crazy. Video capture device, and I want to use camera 1, I think. Yeah, okay, so this could be fun. Because I don't know how well I can get this to adjust. This is what came up when I turned the machine on. It's a Radeon R7 200. It's an older card. According to Catherine, it's supposed to work. And I'm just doing this to check my numbers. And from what I've seen over here, I really like what I see. CPU's 4%, memory's at 9% now. The GPU not doing anything is at 21%. So I don't know. Is your board CSM approved? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Ask me. Get a driver. Okay, how do I get the driver? To go to Radeon? So I got the manual. It's a Prime Z490p user's guide. Me and manuals don't get along too well. Let me see if I can figure out if there's a way to see if it's CSM. Should say on the board. Where would it say that on the board? On the box? I got the box. Hold on. I got to turn that fan back on now that I know that's not the chirp. I'll be right back. Okay, I have said box in hand. Where am I looking for this at? I got the box. Am I looking on the back? A bunch of little symbols down here. CEFCROHSVCI, little triangle with a check. KC, little symbol. Recyclable. Graphics. Audio features. CPU, chipset, memory, Ethernet. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, well, then I'm not going to worry about that then. So let's do this. It's 9:05 now. Hopefully, Gary, you can come back. You've got my email. If you want to email me how the board is a Prime Z 490p is the board I got. I'm going to go eat. Everybody's got my email. Send me a detailed email if I need to get a driver so I can figure out how to do that. I'm going to shut everything down. I'll go eat. I'm going to come back and I'll go live and we'll go from there. Asus, yes. Yes, Asus. I'd show you this, but the morons that shipped it to me put the shipping labels on the front of the box. I was real disappointed on how that came. I was really worried it wouldn't work. So, see you guys in a little bit. I'm going to go eat. Bye for now. Thanks, by the way, guys. Bye for now.